Many people who will end up seeing this interview between you and I, they're looking to start a career in the mortgage industry, right? So what they've got is probably the same questions you had coming in, like what the big one is, like, what kind of money can I make, right? Is it
Sure.
really, really a rewarding career? And because the thing is like, I'm asking you this because people don't just want to take my word for it. I'm the instructor. Of course, I
Sure.
highly of my mortgage trainer and the fact that we can help these people. But I get also the benefit, I think, of seeing so many people grow in this business that, as much as I'd like to say that, you should just take my word for it. I think that for me, it'd be better for you to kind of explain your thoughts on that. Can you give me an idea of how many transactions you're closing per month? You're almost on your third year. Like, what does it look like from the beginning and where are you now? And
I'll kind of start from March of 17, I guess it would have been when I got my license. So I think I closed my first loan in August of that year. And I think so, in 4 months I did basically 15 units, which I was pleased with. I mean, again, I was tickled, man. I was still just fresh out of college. I was okay with 18 was that year, then 19. So was my first full year in the business. I think I did 78 units last year and did $14 million in loan volume. And then starting out the year this year, I was actually second in our company. Not that that means anything, but I did 11 units for $2.1 million in loan volume.
That's fantastic. One of the things that we talk about when we do the intro to mortgage origination is like, again, how much you can make on a transaction. Can you confirm for me and for everybody else who's watching this, based on 11 transactions, can you give the audience like an idea of what your basis point payout would be?
Yep. So I make 1% of every loan I close, essentially. So, and you close a $200,000 loan, that's $2,000, right? Pretty typical from my experience. So, but again, you look at it from a yearly basis. You got the ups and downs. You kind of gotta. It's not like you got a paycheck coming every month, but when it's good, it's good, and when it's a little slow, you got that money rattled for the rainy day.
Right. And Indiana, which is where you live, our average loan size is not near as big. Like California's average loan size is like $424,000. It's ridiculous, right? You're literally making $4,000 to $6,000 per loan, which is crazy, right? But even in Indiana,
I need to move west.
Yeah, even in Indiana, and of course you can license in multiple states, because once you pass the exam, you've passed every single state exam, so you could license in every state if you wanted to. Without giving up too much here, it's safe to say that you made a lot of money in January for $2.1 million in production. And I don't have to be a math whiz here to actually do the math in my head based on your percentage point here. I'll bet you, you made a lot more money than most 24-year-olds did in January. You probably made more money in January than most 24-year-olds will make in 2020.
It might be close.
Yeah,
it might be close. But I think that'd be safe to say.
Yeah. Can you just give us like an idea of what a typical day looks like for you? Like, how do you generate your business? What, if any, advice could you give to those that are thinking about entering the business? Like, if I'm just new, I'm like, well, what do you do?
What do you do to generate your business? Again, it's not like this is not a guaranteed paycheck job in a lot of cases. In some cases it is, but for the most part it's not. So I come in the office. I'm an early bird, so I get in early, and I like to get my stuff done before the phones start ringing, because the phones start ringing and it's easy to get scatterbrained. So I get in and get my stuff done before the phones start ringing. Work on applications maybe from the day before, that sort of thing. But the clock hits 9 o'clock, and then all of a sudden I got underwriters saying, "Oh, hey, we got a fire on this deal," so on and so forth. So again, that's kind of how my morning goes. Every afternoon I try to sit and I call it prospecting. How can I get more business? The majority of my business is all referral based. I shouldn't say majority. The vast majority is referral based. So referrals, who they come from. My top one's probably real estate agents. Real estate agents are my feeder source. So you kind of start there. How do you connect and get them to send you business, right? And the way I think about it is every realtor's probably got 20 of me come to them with their hands out saying, "Feed me," right? So I try to sit and think about what can I do that's different to make me stand out, because for the most part, every MLO offers the same things. We all do the same kind of programs. And so nobody's going to have anything that knocks your socks off. So it really comes down to the relationship. I truly take pride in mending that relationship and making that realtor feel like they're my only agent I get business from. But, and obviously I built it on get multiple realtors, get 20 realtors who send you 2, 3, 4, 5 deals a month. That way you're spread out. But I like to try to do a good job of keeping everybody at the top of my list, if that makes sense. Make them feel like they're sitting on a throne. But outside of realtors, Aaron's got a great program, that Cheddar Stacks program, where you expand to multiple platforms, because just because you're a residential MLO doesn't mean you have to target realtors only. I mean, financial planners and insurance agents, so on and so forth, family and friends. You can never know too many people in this business. And Aaron's Cheddar Stacks program really is it's a great concept, great platform, because it gets your face in front of people. And I can't stress that enough. If you take nothing else from this, it's not about who it's about who knows you.
Relationships is definitely where it's at. And, Jake, thanks for mentioning the Cheddar Stacks platform. That's something certainly that we give to all of our new people that are coming in, because that's the big thing. Is like, you're going into your third year, you've built these relationships. Like, as a brand new person, how do I hit the ground running? And the big thing is you got to build relationships. So referral-based business is absolutely where it's at, because there's a lot less competition involved and salesmanship involved, because in most cases, on a referral standpoint, that person that sent that person to you already has a relationship with the prospect, right? And so it makes it a heck of a lot easier. If there were like anything that you could say to those who are, because there's some people that are going to watch this, they're like going to be on the fence, right? Sure. I mean, as to whether or not the mortgage industry is really a good industry to make a successful career change to, or jump into as my first real career. Is there anything you could say to those people who are on the fence? And I know I'm putting you on the spot, but is there anything you could say to them, or what you would say to them from your own words?
You can really create your own destiny. I mean, it's sink or swim in the matter of fact that if you aren't out making these relationships, then you're not going to do very well. So it's not the easiest thing out there, but nothing is, if it's worth it. So my biggest thing is don't be hesitant to I always hear people are worried about commission based. Again, I'm big on nobody can tell me what I can and can't make, right? I'm gonna go get it, and I'm gonna hustle to make it happen. So that would be my biggest thing. I got my degree in sport management, and for the longest time I thought I was going to get into ticket sales for the Indiana Pacers or something. And it took me a month of sitting at my pop's desk, just kind of hearing him talk and watching him sling deals around. I'm like, all right, this is something. The hustle. I keep saying hustle. The hustle excites me, and I really think it's a mindset. If you just get your mindset, hey, I'm going to get it, then you'll be successful. And then the flexibility too. I mean, I don't have to be at my desk 8 hours a day, and that's a big reason why people do this. I've got a 1-year-old daughter and a wife at home, and my daughter's got a dentist appointment here this afternoon, her first dentist appointment that I'm going to go to. Where else can you do that? And you really don't have to clock in and clock out.
You make a good point too, because one of the things that we talk about when we do this intro to mortgage origination class is we talk about the different types of mortgage loan originators. And so you are what I would call like the branch-based MLO that has that flexibility. And we talk about that. And those people have flexibility, they have higher payouts. But you're right, a lot of it is, it's kind of a meet or beat scenario. Like, you might make minimum wage meet or beat against your actual production, right? You're going to get something, but in the end, that's the most rewarding. And some of the employers that we connect them with are actually call center based. And in the call center based, of course, you're going to get a salary, and then you're going to get a bonus structure based on the number of units that you close. And those are great too. Those are great learning grounds for people that are coming into the industry. They have a lot of security for somebody coming in, because they've got a nice salary plus bonus. They're working for a big company in a call center that's probably got a lot of perks. So there's give and take in each one of those areas. So I don't want to scare anybody up that's watching. It's like, wait, this is all commission based? No, it's not necessarily all commission based. But the thing is like, if you can stomach going that route, maybe you've got a spouse that's already working and taking care of things, for the most part, and you're trying to start a career that can make you a lot of money, then sure you want to go the branch route because you're going to make the most money there. But if you're one of those people, it's like, well, I can't really make that type of a leap. I'd be more interested in finding something that's more call center based and volume based, and I'll learn the business and I'll jump out from there. That's certainly another avenue that you can go as well. But overall, there's just so many ways that you can originate business or get paid for this business. But I think you and I both agree it's one heck of a business as far as an amazing career. I mean, I didn't even go to college, and I out earned every single one of my college bound friends my entire life. And this is how much college debt I have. And I still got a buddy of mine that just turned 50 and he's still paying student loan debt. That's ridiculous, right? You're talking about jumping in here for a maximum of $349 for 20 hours to learn a career that's going to make you 6 figures a year and have zero student loan debt. Nah, man, you just can't beat it.
Sign me up.
Yeah, right. Well, listen, Jake, I really, really, really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today. I appreciate you sharing your story with everybody. And is there anything you want to say to the people before we?
Nah, Aaron said it. It's worth it. I promise. If you can put your nose to the grindstone, it's worth it. I promise. So, Aaron, I think that's all I got, man. I greatly appreciate you having me on. It's been fun, man.
My pleasure, man. I appreciate it very much. I'll talk to you soon, Jake. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.